Adab, Sat Sri Akal, and hello. This is
नमस्कार.
Darshan Kaur, your Parikrama host. And आज आपके लिए एक और podcast लेकर आई हूँ. This is really a matter of honor for us that so many Indian Americans are running for office in this general election coming up this November. तो आज ऐसे ही एक कैंडिडेट हमारे साथ स्टूडियो में परिक्रमा स्टूडियो में मौजूद हैं ओम दुग्गल जी ही इज स्टैंडिंग फॉर स्टेट इलेक्शंस from Georgia District 99 from the Democratic side. He's been nominated by the Democratic Party. So, Duggal ji, आपका बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है. Sat Sri Akal to you.
नमस्कार. सत श्री अकाल. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
We have this thing in common कि आप पंजाबी हैं, मैं भी पंजाबी हूँ.
हाँ जी.
And then आप भी दिल्ली से हैं originally और मैं भी दिल्ली से हूँ. So always a pleasure to meet somebody from Delhi, right?
Thank you.
तो इसलिए मेरा पहला सवाल ही ये है कि अपने बारे में tell us a little bit about your background. So tell us आप दिल्ली से यहाँ कैसे पहुँचे, आपकी जर्नी के बारे में हमें कुछ बताएं. Because we want to know the person behind the candidate.
हाँ जी. Namaskar to Atlanta Dunia and thanks for having me. My name is Om Duggal and I came from New Delhi, India as looking for better education, better healthcare, better life for my family. I was only son for my parents, means only son. I have a 3 sisters, but I'm the only son. And you know how India, we have a lot of responsibility towards our old parents. And I'm a small business entrepreneur. I was the first generation business back in India. I came from working families. My parents, my mom, my father was a government servant. No one is my family as business, but I started my small business. So I've gone through few years until 40 years, from 25 to 40 years, had a lot of up and downs in business. You know how it is. So I started manufacturing plant, and back in 95 to 2000, because of China, I got hurt and we have to close our manufacturing plant. So finally we moved in 2000, 2001 sometime with my extended family. My parents, my younger 2 daughters, they were going into elementary school to middle, my son high school. I landed at Augusta, Georgia, and where my sister is, and started my life over there. I came to that small town, which is good for kids to have start their education, and we were very blessed. Very good school system. And I started my business, but I saw 9/11 happen just few months when we starting our hospitality business. So it took me 3-4 years to start my first business. So, but I started my job. I've been working with some insurance company like AIG, ING Insurance as a insurance agent. And by 2004, I started my first hospitality business, which is one of the hotel from ground up. And my wife was managing, and I was to build hotel and do other part of as general manager managing the hotel. I have some partners, but again we got hurt by 2008. You know how financial crisis had happened that time. If you probably knew that, it's not that far, about 13 years. So we got really hurt. And that time my daughter was studying in Georgia State, and I have to sell my business to moving forward in my life. And we joined to my daughter here since she was in Atlanta. And since I was from New Delhi, India, I'm always capital. I'm a more on metro side of, and Georgia capital is Atlanta. So that's time we got some chance to sell my business and move to Atlanta. And that was very hard. 4-5 years, we've been struggling. No banks will talk to you because of financial crisis. and we have to struggle. We struggle a lot, and could not able to do some business. And we again started one of the C-store, which is the gas station. My wife managing, I was giving her help. My son was helping us too, but that could not go through good. And we have to, again, have some substantial loss in that business as well. So my wife decided that time to work with the bank, and she started job in Wells Fargo Bank. She's been working for the last 7-8 years. That's what I moved to the Gwinnett County, and I saw a lot of opportunity in Gwinnett County. We used to live in Johns Creek, which is the Fulton County, where that's what my kids went to the school. And we settled here in Gwinnett County, and I started my, again, small business, which is the development of the small community, residential community. And my partner was Appointee Home, and we have a joint venture to work from the ground up to entitlement and land to get approval and all of the stuff. So that's what my first business, and it went success. And that time, since my mother passed about 5-6 years before, because she had a cancer, and I want to do something for senior housing, for seniors, affordable housing. And I tried, and it took a long time before you get approval. I've been dealing with a local government. I know how tough it is, but you got to work with them, and got my approval. And then the pandemic happened. For the last 3 years, we could not able to establish and start my senior housing. Still, my first preference always to affordable housing, healthcare, affordable healthcare, and helping our seniors. So that's what I have my business in last few years. I've been success in this business, and that's what my business side of background.
So you have a 98 years young father.
Correct.
As I was reading about you. So I think that's another, your focus has been on the senior housing for senior citizens. So briefly tell us a little more about that before I move on to the next question. I do want to talk about that first.
About senior housing is a need-based, because when you have seniors at home, our culture always keep our parents at home and take care. I can give you a little example there. My father, when my mother passed away, my father had same night had a stroke and went through the big head surgery and stuff. So they've been telling he has very few life, I would say few weeks life, and take him to hospice. I said, no, we'll have to take care of him and bring it at home. And that's when my wife, my son, we worked with him, and he came back, and we lost, that's over a 6 year. And now he's doing good. He's 98. His memory is great. So I would like to do something non-profit, senior housing development, where we can treat our other seniors like parents. And I would bring my parents, like your parents, to in that facility. But again, affordability, how we could do is non-profit, or the way we could. I'm not able to do it because I want to do it, but it has a lot of tool in it too. That's what I would like to do for seniors, because it came from my home.
नहीं बहुत अच्छा ख्याल है. I volunteer with senior citizens, and sometimes they will share. Sometimes they'll tell me, because I'm like a stranger, right? I'm not related to them, but I'm just volunteering with them. Sometimes they'll even tell me if their family is not treating them well, or their son or daughter or whoever they're staying with is not treating them well, and they cry, and I just tear up. It makes me cry when I hear those stories. So I really hope that your business and your venture in this area is very successful, so that we have an alternative for seniors, for our parents, for our uncles and aunties, to have a better life out there. So anyway, jumping to the next topic. Usually, India se jo log aate, we have a tendency, we run away from politics, right? We don't want to get involved in politics because politics is a dirty game, right? So why are you moving towards politics, and why are you seeking office? That's a little unusual for Indian Americans to do. So please tell me about that.
I am a community-driven, family-focused entrepreneur, and I don't run away from the challenge. I like more opposition and I like challenge. And why I'm running this office, I saw my small business for last few years, how difficult to get from the ground. I've been dealing with city, I've been dealing with county. I saw old administration, I saw new administration, been dealing, but there's a lot of challenges. So I can see where I'm supporting my small business owner friends, and if I can do something for them, if I can tell my story and my success, if any need-based help can be given to them, advice to them, I want all them to success like I'm success in my small business. So in that way, I was involved with city, Duluth, and the Gwinnett County. And a part of, I'm not a politician, I'm an outsider. And I've been encouraged by the friends, family, and Gwinnett County Democratic Party side, because I've been involved with them, helping them to last few elections. Our Gwinnett County is right now is completely blue, and it's been completely because of diverse community, and things changed there for last few years. So, and I've been involved with the local politics, the Gwinnett County side of Democratic Party, and they encouraged me to do that. And I asked them, why, and you want me to do this? So they said, we need you, you know stuff, and you've been involved with the local politics, and you know how that difficult is. And this is the new open seat. My district is 99, which is the new over after this redistrict. It's a new open seat, which is one of the most competitive seat. Means it's 49-49. It's right on the. It could go one person left and right. So I decided to choose Democrat Party to run for this office. And my opponent is experienced. I'm not politician. He's politician who ran 2 elections, continues 2018 and 20, who lost the 2 election, and he's running 3rd time. So my is a first time I'm running this office. And I always stand for affordable healthcare, affordable housing, fully funded public school, supporting seniors and youth center, ensuring women's equality, women's right, what's right now after this Supreme Court judgment, state level issue, there are a lot of things going on, women's right, and safeguarding voting rights for all. I'm for democracy. And these are my some points where I've been focusing. More in Medicaid expansion. My dad has Medicaid, because Medicaid goes with low income or someone do not have any income. You know how in India, back you have very few retirement. So since he's here, he would not get some. So he is eligible for Medicaid. Even 30-year person can get Medicaid depending on the age or family. So it is Medicaid for expansion or extension. So we hear that Medicaid extension is right now is in difficult, and they are talking about maybe to take it off. So I feel unskilled because of my dad has Medicaid, and I saw that how difficult to get Medicaid. Even it took him 5 years to get Medicaid. My mom do not have Medicaid. She has to wait for 5 years. But used to be when you are legal immigrant and green card, you get right away Medicaid. It's your choice. When you're senior, you do not have income, your parents, you can go for Medicaid side of. So it's difficult. And then you have to be US citizen to get any help or SSI. My dad is citizen. I don't take any food stamp. I do not take any SSI, but definitely Medicaid health insurance is so important because you know how expensive is healthcare. And on same thing, I'm for Medicare for all. Means you saw Obama healthcare. I know after that there was some glitch. I'm not against any private insurance. I do have Blue Cross Shield insurance from my wife. I may keep it, but option need to be open. If I need Medicare for all means, even you're 30 years, you say, okay, I need Medicare. So I'm always for Medicare for all. So we need to change some medical side of insurance where everyone can have better health insurance and affordable health insurance. That's one of the very important issue I'm fighting for. And same thing I've been saying, do not regulate women's, regulate guns. I'm not against Second Amendment. I'm not against small guns where it protects you. I do have one small, but I don't use it. It's sitting in my locker. I'm scared, but I just have to went in training, but I am against the big assault rifle. I have my granddaughter going to the school, my family, myself, daughter, we always feel unsafe. But you never know if that big gun comes in hand of some crazy person who gets out and go, what he got to do? He go to the school, easy target. And we saw that a lot of immigrants side of Hitler and shooting has been happening in Atlanta, even the small kids. So I am against of that gun, big guns, assault guns, basically.
So if you win, and you have our best wishes, of course. But if you win, what do you expect to accomplish? Like, do you have like a goal? You have certain goals in mind. You have a plan in mind. What do you expect to accomplish? हम आपसे अगर आप जीते हम आपसे क्या उम्मीद कर सकते हैं?
अब मेरे से एक उम्मीद ये कर सकते हैं कि you have one Indian in the office where you can call me anytime, 24/7, anytime. Do not see any clock. That time is late or whatever. I will respond to you right away. Anywhere, your safety, your family concern, or anything where I can be help, call someone and come to for your rescue. That's what my passion is. I'm a people person. I go out and meet people, and I'm again, you can expect me where you need some kind of a help, where I can give you one example where when I started my business, so SBA, small business administration, is difficult to get first loan. It took me a few years. Maybe I was not educated. I was not knew how to get. So there's a lot of stuff. So I know how that things work. And even I'm fighting for to raise that limit to the next level because of inflation. Everything is going expensive. And where every small business person can access to get that help from the government. So that's what my accomplishment. I would like to work with my for my minority Indian community, all AP, because my district is a lot of Korean, Chinese, all Asian American. So we have AAPI, a lot of population because it's diverse. So I'll be your first Indian going to this Georgia Dome, and so that your voice will be heard there. We need to be like a immigrants when we see sometime hater comments and situations, so I can stand there and have voice. So you can expect me there. That's what I would like to be make difference. We need one India, this Georgia. We don't have. It doesn't matter it's Republican side or Democrat side. We need one or more Indian in the legislation where we can support our own community, a minority community, and AIP community. That's what I stand for.
No, I definitely agree with you on that. I think that our community does need representation in government. And we've been making progress with some people on the council of Johns Creek, right? And so we had a few Indians win in the council elections, right, in Johns Creek.
City council, yeah.
Yeah, city council elections. So definitely we need to have a representative in the state legislation as well. So I can agree on that. My next question is probably the most important question. I know you've talked about different things that you stand for, whether it's the things that the Democratic Party stands for, or whether it's your personal, that you feel like you want to be a representative for the community. But and again, I need a brief answer, but tell me, why should people vote for you? What is it that distinguishes you? And it's not because you are Indian American or that. Why should people vote for you? Because you need the votes of not just Indian Americans or APIs, but everybody, right?
Everybody.
Because like you said, your district is highly competitive. It's 49, it can go either way, 49, right? So why should people vote for you? And this is your opportunity to go, get some votes right here for the people who are watching this podcast.
So if I'm asking your vote, my name is Duggal. I'm running to bring effective leadership, and that's the focus, delivering result. So I know how leadership works. I have friends on other side as well. When the bill comes or you want to make something change or happen, so I can go both sides and get things done. So I'm not just a legislator there, but I can make difference where if any bill or anything need to be taken in the common ground, like a bipartisan, where it's not that if we have majority or we do not have majority, but I can work with everyone. So I'm people person, I go to the people, make friends and make things happen. So I bring the effective leadership where I know how to get things done. So that's what I ask. Vote. You are voting the person who can fight for you and ready to take challenge. And I'm the result-oriented person. And I don't sleep until the work is done. Whatever work has been given to me, I want to make sure it's done.
Okay, that was a good message. So with that, we are actually coming to the end of this podcast. So this is my last question to you. This is your opportunity. If you have a message for the community, for the Atlanta Dunya viewers, for Indian American community, API community, what is your message to them? And this is the last question that I'm going to ask you.
Thanks for having me, Atlanta Dunya, and thanks to you personally, Darshanji. And we've been known, we are trying to reach each other. And my message is, again, treat me like your brother, like a own family. I've been nominated by Democratic Party. I know some are Republican, different opinion, but we need to support our own person. If you're Republican, still they can vote for me. If they are Democrat, they vote. But look for me, who I am, and I'm a person where I can bring the difference, and always ready for helpful to the people where they want me to be there. And again, I'm not a politician, I'm an outsider. I'm running this office, I'm sacrificing my business. I saw my sacrificing business, how that, you have to spend time, money, and lot, and sometimes business get hurt. So once I'm will be elected, my business side of work will be completely less and more for people. That's what I'm stand for, and need your support and vote. Thank you having me in your TV channel.
No, we're glad that we got a chance to talk to you and ask you the questions. So viewers, just for your knowledge, the general elections are on November 8th. Early voting is from October 16th to November 4th. So
17th, tomorrow, Monday.
October 17th, sorry, Monday, October 17th to November 4th. So if you want to go early vote, you go and early vote. Otherwise, general election is on November 8th. So This was Mr. Om Duggal, who is standing for Georgia state elections from the Democratic side. So if you liked his message, you can look him up online. We will have the links to his website and other information posted along with this podcast. And if you like him, then by all means, go vote for him. But do vote, regardless of whoever you vote for, do vote, because our community does need to go out and vote and does need to have that representation. So please do go vote, and I will see you next time. This is Darshan Kaur signing off. Take care, be well, stay happy, stay healthy.
Thank you very much. Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Salam Alaikum, and appreciate you having me.